Hi, I'm Gaurav. In this video, I'll be showing why SNMP version 1 and SNMP 2C is vulnerable and could be exploited by attackers. So what is SNMP? SNMP is Simple Network Management Protocol. It is an internet standard protocol for collecting, organizing information about managed devices on IP networks and for modifying that information to change device behavior. So the devices which typically support SNMP are modems, routers, switches, servers, workstations, printers, and SNMP is widely used for network management and network monitoring. So here is the network a topology which belongs to an organization. Let's say it belongs to an organization and is managed by a network engineer called Tom. So now here Tom wants to configure this router here, R2. He needs to give an IP address for this router. So for that he will be opening a console, the router console. To configure this router, he'll be giving a command conf-t and he'll be choosing an interface fast Ethernet 0/0 because this is a fast Ethernet 0/0 here. And he'll be giving an IP address for this router as 192.168.1.6 with the subnet has mask as 255.255.255.0. Let's hit shut down. Okay, we are done with by assigning the IP address to the router. So the router IP address is 192.168.1.6. Now Tom wants to check whether SNMP is enabled or configured in this router R2. So to check whether SNMP is enabled in this router, he'll be typing the command as show. Before that, we need to go exit, and type the command as show SNMP. So here you could see that SNMP is not enabled. So now what Tom needs to enable SNMP in this router. To enable the SNMP in this router, he'll be configuring it by typing the command conf-t and to enable the SNMP server enable traps is a signal, SNMP signals, and now in the configuration, now check whether SNMP is enabled in the router. So show SNMP. Now it's enabled. The SNMP is present in this router. So what is the vulnerability that is present in SNMP version 1 and 2C? So the SNMP, the vulnerability is in the community strings. The community strings, which is the feature which is present in version 1 and 2C, displays the management information in plain text format. So what is this community string? So SNMP community string is like a user ID or a password that allows access to the router's or other devices statistics. So SNMP community strings are used only by devices which support the SNMP version 1 and 2C protocol. SNMP version 3 uses username and password authentication along with an encryption key. So the community string vulnerability is present in SNMP, where in the community string, which stores the information and the managed informations like username and password in a plain text format, which is only present in SNMP version 1 and version 2C. So to overcome this issue, it has been fixed in SNMP version 3. SNMP version 3 was upgraded to fix this issue, where the username and password requires authentication and also the plain text, there is no plain text format. All the management informations are in an encrypted format. So I'll be demonstrating how this vulnerability in SNMP version 1 and version 2C the community strings vulnerability could be exploited by an attacker. So first, Tom needs to configure the community strings in his router. So to configure the community strings, he types the command again, conf t snmp server community, and he'll be giving the community register name as public. This is the common name, public or private, the common name given to the community register. And here he is giving public as read only permission. He's giving only read only permission for this community register public. Now let's create another community register with the name as private. Let's check what are the the privileges in this community register. In this community register, you could see RO read only access with this community string and RW read write access with this community string. So Tom will be giving a read write access to this community string named private. So the private community string will have a read write operation access. Now let's save this. Let's run configuration by typing end, and let's save the configuration by typing WR. So the configuration for the community register has been successful in this router R2. Now to make this router much secure, Tom would provide a username and a password to this router. So he'll be providing username and password. He will be configuring the router as conf t the username as Cisco. Let the username be Cisco, and to give a password, we need to mention the password here. Specify the password for the user. So username will be Cisco, and the password given by Tom will be Tom12345. So Tom12345 is the password, and the username is the Cisco for accessing this router. So successfully the password has been given to this router, and Tom wants to give the privileges to this router. He needs to give the complete control over the router. The user who is gonna visit this router will access this router using the username Cisco and password Tom12345 will be given an access privileges, complete access to the router. To give the complete access to the router, he'll be typing the command as username, user with the username Cisco will have the privilege 15. So 15 here stands for the complete control over the router. This person will have complete control over the router R2. Done. Now Tom, the network engineer, has configured his network, his router and the network. So let's say an attacker has managed to access this network. Somehow he has gained an access to this network. And now the first thing what he does is, what all are the host devices, the devices in this network which are up, and what are the devices that are currently in this network. And to check that, here this is the attacker's machine, which is a Kali Linux. He'll be using this machine to gain as much as information. He'll be exploiting the network using this operating system, and this is the attacker's operating system. The first thing he does is to scan the network. What all are the devices that are up currently in this network? So for that, he will be using a tool called as Nmap. Nmap is a network discovery or network security audit tool. And he will be typing the command as scan from the network range of 192.168.1.0/24. So it will show which all are the devices that are up in this network currently. takes some time. Yes, now it shows that 5 host devices are up in this network. So here the attacker will choose one particular device. Let's say he's choosing a device 192.1.6, and here 192.1.6 belongs to the router which Tom had configured. So now the attacker wants to gain more information regarding this device. To gain some more information, he would perform a scan, Nmap scan on this device. Let's say he's performing a sync scan on this device with IP 192.168.1.6. A verbose scan. What all are the devices, the information present in this device, and he wants to check what all are the port numbers, specific port numbers that are open in this device. And he also mentioned the port number 161 and 162 here. 161 is the default port number of SNMP protocol. Let's see whether it's open or not, open in this device, in this router or not. So he performs a scan. He needs to do the scan using as a root privilege. It takes few seconds. Okay, it's showing me all the information here. Only one port is open, the rest of the port, the SNMP, she's showing me closed. Okay, I have done a sync scan here, a sync scan on TCP. SNMP works on UDP, so I need to perform a scan on UDP. To perform the scan, let me perform a scan on UDP here. I'll be replacing this S by U, and the IP address is given. And as I know that 161 and 162 are the port numbers which are closed here, let me find whether it's open or not. I need these specific port numbers to check whether SNMP is open or not, SNMP ports are open or not. So I'll be giving here only 161 and 162. Let's scan. Okay, the scan is done, and now you could see that the ports are open. The 161 port for SNMP and 162 port for SNMP trap is open. Now the attacker got to know that the SNMP ports are open for this particular device, this router. So next, the attacker wants to know what is the community register name which are present in this router, SNMP. The community register which is given in this SNMP. So to check the community registers which list which is present in this, he'll be using a script, Nmap script. So locate NSE. NSE is a script name for the Nmap, and grep, he's using a grep command to filter out only those payloads, those scripts which have SNMP in it. So here it's listing out only those scripts which has SNMP, and now he'll be using the first script, SNMP brute force. So he'll be using a brute force, SNMP brute force attack to list out the community registers names which are present in the router. To use this script, he uses the command as nmap SQ with the port number 161 on port number 161, which belongs to SNMP, and the IP address of the router, and he is using the script, the first one, the first script he has copied and pasted here. and run it using root. Now it's gonna list me the community registers names which are present in the root, which was given by Tom. So now you could see here the community register names are public and private, which was previously given by the network engineer Tom. So the attacker got to know the community registers names here, and using these names he could gain some more detailed information regarding this SNMP configuration which is done in this router. So he'll be using another tool called as an SNMP check, and here in SNMP check he's going to check the community register name private, and he wants to check whether write operation is enabled in this device. In this configuration, in this SNMP configuration, he needs to check the community register name private is having whether it's having a write operation, write privilege in this router device 192.168.1.6. So it has given out all the detailed information regarding this device. So here the attacker got to know that the write access is permitted in this device with the community name private. So he got to know some more detailed information that the host name is R2 and this device belonged to Cisco, and he has got some more information here. The interface is fast Ethernet 0/0 and the speed, and this is the network IP, and he also got the routing information which is present in the router and all the UDP ports that are open in this router. So now using these informations the attacker could exploit the router. So to exploit and gain the configuration information, to gain the access, router access information, he need to gain the username and a password. The username and the password credentials which were given by Tom, the network security engineer, the network engineer who had given the credentials before while configuring the router. So now to exploit this vulnerability in community register, the attacker will be using a most popular tool which is used by almost every attackers, which is the Metasploit. So Metasploit is a tool used to exploit the vulnerabilities. So he opens the Metasploit console by typing the command msf console. So to get the credentials which for this router, he'll be using this tool called as Metasploit, and here he'll be using payloads, a certain payload to launch the attack. So to which payload to use, he'll be typing a command as search, and he needs a payload related to the vulnerability present in Cisco configuration. So he types Cisco_config, and now it's listing me 2 payloads which are present for the vulnerabilities, and now the attacker will be using the second payload, which is the Cisco IOS SNMP configuration grabber, and from this he could grab all the SNMP configuration information, and in that information he could grab the credentials of Tom. So now here he'll be using this payload here, copy and use, and before launching the attack he need to do some settings here, options. So he needs to set the community name. So let's keep the community name as private, and need to set the target IP, that will be the R host. The target IP is 192.168.1.6, So this is the our target IP address of the router, and he also needs to get the reverse connection to his attacker's device. So he'll be mentioning his own attacker's machine's IP address, which is 192.168.1.5, and we also need to store the output of the SNMP management information, configuration information. So we need to save the output file in the output directory. So let's set the output directory path here. Set output directory, and let us store this in the desktop here, and let me copy the path name as here, home Kali desktop. So let the output file of this attack will be stored in desktop. So here we will get the managed information. So set output directory. So now the attacker will be performing the exploit. So he'll be typing the command exploit, or he could also type run command. So the attack is successful, and the attacker has grabbed the configuration file, which is now stored in the desktop. So let's check the desktop. Here we have the attacker has got the file. Let's check the file here, and this is the information, the SNMP information of the community register. And now while scrolling down, you could see here is the username which was given by the router username given by the Tom, the network engineer, and also here is the password that was given by Tom. And using these credentials, the attacker could access this router and perform further attacks or any other malicious activities. So here you could see that the configuration information are stored in a plain text format, and now the attacker has gained access to the router. He has got the credentials of the router, which is in a plain text format, and using these credentials he could access the router, and he could use it for malicious activity. So this is the vulnerability which is present in SNMP version 1 and SNMP version 2C. This is the community strings vulnerability present in SNMP version 1 and SNMP version 2C, and this has been fixed in the SNMP version 3. Thank you.